And we are live. What's up, Coolies? Ponatala Tutom. We are live for a Barcelona transfer review of the previous window that just passed in the winter. And I have with me Blaugrana Planet to help me do this review because I could not do it by myself. Welcome, Alex. How are you?
Hey, what's up? Thank you for the invite. It's a pleasure to join you once again, and let's get it on. I'm ready.
Perfect, perfect. Of course, it's great to have you on, and we have a lot to talk about. Of course, the last month was absolutely crazy for Barcelona. A lot of players came in, a lot of players came out with the big objective, of course, to qualify for the Champions League. The first thing I want to talk about is the board. So what I want to do is go through everything that happened. We can rate it like 1 to 10, and we can go from there. I want to talk about the board first. Of course, Juan Laporta, Rafael Uste, Mateo Alemán. You can put Jordi Cruyff there as well. What a fantastic window they had. I think the work that they did, they were given mission impossible from the beginning, and how they've come out of the window is absolutely ridiculous. And of course, mostly down to Mateo Alemán. He's on the phone 24 hours. Absolutely incredible. What do you think of the work that they did, the Barcelona board, throughout the window?
Literally, I think you've said it. Excellent job. I think it's a team, right? Mateo Alemán is the face of basically the face of the transfer market for Barcelona. But you have Jordi Cruyff there at the back. You have obviously Reverter, which is the CEO. You have Rafael Yuste on screen there on the left to Laporta, and obviously the big man himself, Joan Laporta, who is the leader of the project. And this all makes me think and get back to the elections. While people were claiming that Victor Font's project was better and all of that, let's remind ourselves that the man that Victor Font had chosen was some guy called Tito Blanco, who had zero experience in the transfer market. And I wonder what would have happened if we had
Oh my
this
God.
man in charge instead of Mateo Alemán, right? But you know what? I'm happy that Laporta won. Laporta won due to the decision of the socios,
Mhm.
and excellent job.
Yeah, yeah. Like they were given, they had to go to this window with two hands behind their backs, and I think they came out absolutely fantastically. So let's go in. Let's talk about what they did. Of course, before the window opened, they did two operations. The first one, of course, Dani Alves for free. They signed him 6 month contract with the option for another year. I think the signing, it's all pros. There's some cons. You can say, oh, his age, he could take away development from Dest and Mingueta if you want to play him there too. A lot of the reporters and the media say he was brought in mostly for the dressing room to come into the team, bring up the life, and then you saw him on the pitch. You see him against Athletic Club. He plays absolutely fantastic against Osasuna. He had the great cross for Luke De Jong's goal. I think this signing there was more pluses than minuses. So for me, I'd probably give it like 8 out of 10. Of course, his number is eight from Iniesta. So what do you think about Dani Alves? Would you have signed him, and what do you think he's done so far?
Absolutely, I think it's a strong reinforcement. He brings spirit to the dressing room. He brings experience, a lot of experience, and he can teach the youngsters. And at the end of the day, I think that Dani Alves can provide some good quality football. So I believe that Dani Alves was a good signing, coming in for free, earning pretty much nothing. We need to give this board credit, and obviously the player a big thank you for joining. It's not a player that can withstand 90 minutes over and over, but it's a player that can give us some good performances when we need it. And we need a good right back. And while we're looking for him, then we have Dani Alves.
Yeah. What do you think about him not being in the Europa League squad? Would you have done the same? Would you have chosen someone else? Because, a lot of people say we have defenders, but we need the attackers because, Memphis is always injured. Ansu Fati's out. You can't really rely. Abdi and Jukla, they can't play the Europa League because weren't in Barcelona B for 2 years, some rule like that. So, what do you think about him not being included for the Europa League squad list?
It was a difficult decision. But looking at the age of the player, 38 years old, maybe it was the right choice. Dani Alves can cover, Mingueza can cover, even though Mingueza is not the most preferred player for Xavi. Even Adama Traore can cover that position at the worst. Um, Sergio Roberto could come back from his injury and be a replacement. Dani Alves, I think we needed to sacrifice. We need goal in this team, and leaving out striker. I think it wasn't in my books. The only player that I could think of that's playing in the forward positions is Ousmane Dembele. Ousmane Dembele, I guess we can talk about it maybe later, but maybe it would have been the one to leave out.
Yeah, yeah. But I think once you put someone in, you can't take them out until the end of the year until they leave. So I saw a lot of people saying, "Oh, take out Ansu, he's injured. Oh, take out this thing." Well, you can't do that. So, anyways, I think we can both agree Dani Alves signing was very good. Of course, he earns 150,000 euros for the whole 6 months. So it took a great gesture to join back Barcelona. Now, about a month later, we signed still before the window actually opened a couple of days. Ferran Torres, the only player we spent money on this window. 55 million euros, but of course, paid in installments. I think every summer we give Man City like 10 million, something like that. I don't know how Mateo Alemán did that. Of course, he went for Sterling, and then he just went for Ferran Torres out of nowhere. Fantastic signing, one for the future, great Spanish winger. How did Alemán, Alex, get him for 55 million euros and then paid in 4 installments too? I think also City have a right for first refusal in the future, so someone comes in and bids for Ferran Torres, they can match it. But how do you do that? I'm still shocked.
First of all, obviously the experience of Mateo Alemán in the transfer market. Second of all, the Man City board of directors. Well, the board of directors, I'd say you have Guardiola, you have one of the former CEOs of Football Club Barcelona. I can't remember his name right now. Maybe you can remind me. He's now the CEO of Manchester City, and he was the CEO of Football Club Barcelona back with Laporta.
Soriano, I think his name is.
See, exactly, Ferran Soriano. And then you had Chiqui Begiristain, who is the sports director of Man City, and was the sports director of Barcelona when Laporta's the first mandate of Laporta. I think that was the second big step of why we have good relationships with them and we make good business. They are culés, and they are there basically. And obviously you have Guardiola, and it's like a team, that all three together, Ferran Soriano, Chiqui Begiristain, and Guardiola, they can agree on getting Ferran to Barcelona and making it easy for the club. I think also in terms of, you mentioned Sterling, I think is a good point because there were a lot of rumors on Sterling or, Dani Olmo, Sterling. Dani Olmo, first of all, at the end, the deal was very difficult to make it happen. It was a difficult board that we were getting into. In terms of Sterling, according to what I've read and what I've heard and what I've been told is that Mateo Alemán finally decided to leave Sterling aside just because he thought that he wouldn't adapt correctly to Barcelona.
Yeah.
So Ferran Torres knows La Liga, he knows Barcelona, and he's 21 years old. I mean, this kid
Spanish, speaks the language.
He speaks the language. He has good friends in the dressing room. Pedri is a really good friend of him. Eric Garcia also a very good friend of Ferran Torres. It matched perfectly, and he's 21 years old. He has a big future ahead of him. He has 10 years of good football, and Barcelona is the best club in order to get the best potential out of the players. So welcome, Ferran Torres. I'm really happy on this signing. And again, Mateo Alemán, chapeau. Mateo de Daddy Alemán. As simple as that.
Are you shocked that we didn't sign anyone else for money? Are you surprised that Ferran Torres is the only one that we actually spend money on? You think there was money to spend players on? Because of course we don't pay for Ferran Torres until the summer. So from now until the summer, he's free. So do you think there was money and that we didn't spend it, or you think that we just spent it all on Ferran Torres?
I mean, it's a difficult question to answer, right? When Laporta actually came in, there was no money at all. There was no money even to pay the players. It created a big problem, big controversy. We got a loan. I don't know if it was Morgan Stanley or one of these banks, or JP Morgan. We got 500 million euros. Obviously, not everything to be invested into players. While you get to one of these loans, you get like 30% for this, 30% for that, and I think it was around 20% for players. So we could actually do an investment. And in fact, Oriol Domènech in Onze, which is a Catalan TV show, showed in Sport 3, he called it. He said Barcelona will spend around 50 to 60 million euros. and nobody believed him, because at that point everybody was like, dude, we're literally, we can't pay the players.
You
How are
see
you
what
going to
he
be
said yesterday?
signing anybody? Like, and he said it. He literally said, dude, we're going to be signing somebody for 50 to 60 million euros. And then that happened. So, you know,
Did you hear what
it's
he
good.
said yesterday?
Yesterday, what can you remind me? I think
He
I
said
do.
that
Yeah.
he said he thinks that PK is going to retire and then
Oh, right. Yeah. I actually watched it live. I watch it every day.
and he
It's
confirmed
yeah.
Busi and Jordi 100% here next season.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
In terms of Piqué, I think, I'd rather have Piqué to stay than Jordi Alba, for example. But you have no replacement. Look at those three players. I think Busquets, we don't have a replacement, so
He's yeah.
uh, he needs to stay. Piqué, look, if you get rid of Piqué, Eric Garcia, Araujo, you get one of these injured, and you have Eric Garcia or only Araujo. It's dangerous. It's dangerous. We need a proper replacement. And Jordi Alba, Alejandro Valde is not ready. He's injured right now, but he's not ready yet. So, um,
I think
no,
if PK were to retire, he would tell Laporta before, give Laporta some time to bring in someone like Christensen for free, Sule, Dele, whoever it is, and then
yeah.
announce. But
Apparently, Christensen and Azpilicueta are
close.
are very close, and Azpilicueta apparently has a pre-agreement.
I said
And
like a month ago, I said if Aspilicueta does not renew with Chelsea, I think 100% he'll come to Barcelona. I think
I think,
Christensen is
yeah,
different because his dad is asking for a lot of money, like a lot of commission. So I think Christensen will be difficult. But if Aspilicueta does not renew with Chelsea, I think 100% he'll come to Barcelona.
Azpilicueta would be a good arrival. The problem is he's not a player that you can rely on for the next 5 to 10 years. He's
Yeah.
32 years old. You know what I mean? So, yeah,
So I guess we're both happy with Ferran Torres, even though we're talking about PK. But we could both agree
absolutely.
that Ferran Torres was an absolutely fantastic signing. So we signed Ferran on December 28th. A month later was our next signing, and it was Adama Traore on loan with a buy option for 30 million euros. And then he also has already a 5-year contract agreed with Barcelona if we do activate that option. I think Adama, you can say he came in to replace Dembele. It's all speculation. I think as a Barcelona player, he can do a job, but I don't think he's a starter because he has great pace, good dribbling, but his shooting is abysmal. It is so bad. I see him play in the Premier League. Alex, he has one goal in the past like a year and a half, one goal as a winger in the Premier League. So that's why
Nearly like Dembele.
yeah, that's why I wasn't a fan of Adama coming in. But the way we did it, loan, if it doesn't work out, we can go back for free. I'd also say I'd watch out for Trincao. I think Laporta will do something with Trincao and Adama this summer. That's my prediction. But what do you think about Adama Traore coming to Barcelona? And of course, the deal itself, loan with the buy option.
Right. I think the agreement is good. The loan for 6 months, he's gonna earn pretty much nothing. Like these players are coming
Yeah,
for for
he's
free.
earning 350,000 euros from now into the summer. Fantastic. That's
Right. It's pretty
big
much
sign.
what he was. I don't know exactly the number that he was getting in
Over.
Wolverhampton, but
Yeah.
yeah, it was way more than that. So I think the deal is good. The loan deal, the buy option is horrible. 30 million euros, 30 million euros for Adama Traore. No way, man.
I
I'm
know
sorry,
because I
bro.
think because remember Trincao's buy option for Wolves is 30 million. I think if Adama does well, I think Laporta will say, "Look, you're a Portuguese club anyways. Let's just switch Trincao and Adama." Because right now and I think Gerardo Romero said that right now Wolves don't want to buy Trincao. It could change, but right now they're not thinking about it. But I guess we'll see. But I think Trincao could be in the operation.
In terms of Trincao, apparently Trincao is the starter and Adama Traore is the sub in Wolverhampton.
Well,
Or
because they
was.
played the 3-4-3 and Adama is the wing back, and then Trincao's in front of him. But lately, Adama, because he's been asking to leave, they put him on the bench. So
Okay, yeah, I see. Yeah, I think in terms of playing style, he can provide some things to Barcelona. Definitely a different kind of player, strong, fast. He's a winger, pure winger. He can provide something different to Barcelona. So you have Luke De Jong that can provide something completely different, and you have Adama. I think it's good to have versatility, right? With Pep Guardiola, all of our players were small, fast, with good pass. I think it's good, but football is muting. Is there
evolving,
is
changing.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's evolving, changing, and maybe you have some different players for every occasion, right? Even though maintaining a philosophy and maintaining a style of play, obviously, but it's good to have those little alternatives that you can use and now and then. Adama knows the club as well, so
Yeah.
welcome
Debut
Adama.
number 145.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
do you think in the summer we'll buy him? Like right now, what do you think? Do you think
I
Xavi
think
would have Adama than
yeah,
Trincao? I
it's
think
a
that's
good,
why.
it's a very good question. I think that we're not gonna buy Adama.
Really?
Yeah, 30 million. I mean, I think that he needs to
But remember,
do.
did you watch?
Yeah,
Did you
but
watch the press conference? Laporta said like you help us, so we're gonna help you. So I think
yeah, but that's what you say now, and
I
like
guess
that's what you say now.
I think if he does well, Laporta will try to use Trincao. I think if it's just for the money only, I don't think we'll do it. If we have to pay 30 million, we won't do it. But if we can swap Trincao, I think Xavi will push for it. I'd rather have Trincao than Adama. I think that's how Xavi sees it. But you think
Yeah,
that's possible?
that's where the point. That's where my point is going. I think even Trincao is has more value in the transfer market. Therefore, I would try to get Trincao back. Yeah, because more potential. Like I think Adama, how old is he? Is
26.
26. I Trincao is younger, right?
Definitely. I don't know how old Trincao is. Let me
Yeah,
check.
let me check it out right now. He is 22. Yeah.
22,
Okay.
yeah.
So
So
yeah.
big difference.
No, I think yeah, and Xavi. I think Trincao fits very nicely in Barca's Xavi. In
I
Xavi's
think so,
Barca,
but I
sorry.
think with the Spanish, I think Xavi would rather have Adama. That's why. But I think it all depends on how he plays. So we'll see how he does for the
Yeah,
six.
we will see. My conclusion is 30 million euros. Buy option. No
No,
way, man.
I
Incredible
don't. I
price, man.
agree because of course it's with bonuses too. So it's like I think 10 million in variables and stuff. So I think we can both agree if it's money, it won't happen. But if a Trincao swap can happen, I think it could be possible. So our last signing, 24 hours later, was Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. The deal was really weird. On the day, I remember I was at home refreshing Twitter every single second. 1 second it was a loan, next was a free deal, next was a 5-year contract. I think Aubameyang coming in on a short-term basis is a good signing. Of course, he's going to be with us for a year and a half, which means no Alvaro Morata if we don't get the big Norwegian in the summer. I think Aubameyang can provide something good to the team. Very fast, good up top, good in front of goal. He's a good finisher. But the question for me is his consistency and his attitude off the pitch. Of course, I think Xavi Navarro said in the media that there is a clause in his contract if he does something bad outside the club, like disciplinary action, they can terminate it by unilateral decision. And then, of course, he signed a 4-year contract, and we can terminate it next summer,
Hmm.
mutual consent. So, what do you think about this deal? You think it's a good because we got Barman on a free deal? Would you prefer the loan move? What do you think?
I think it's for 1 year and a half is good enough. I wouldn't do the 5 year deal that he has, or is it 5 years or 3 year?
I think
Can't
it's I
remember.
think it's June 2025 or so.
Yeah. Okay.
You
Okay.
check
Yeah.
out.
All right. It's not that bad, but yeah. So for 1 year and a half, I think that there is this clause. Apart from this bad behavior clause, which I think is well executed, well nicely put, there is this clause that he can actually leave the club in if there is a mutual agreement that he can leave the club in a year and a half.
Yeah. So not this summer, next summer.
Yeah, exactly. Aubameyang definitely can provide us goal. We need goal, a lot of goal. Aubameyang can run into the space. He's a versatile player as well, so he can play in the left. He can play on the right. He can play in the middle. Obviously, his best position would be the middle and the left. But again, I think he fits the club. He fits the club because he's versatile. Obviously, he's not the best at the tiki taka style of play. He's not a player that would do incredible combinations, but he can do combinations. He can do combinations. You have other players, for example, Zlatan Ibrahimovic is a player that doesn't do combinations because you pass the ball to this guy and he scores. Cristiano Ronaldo, the same, doesn't do combinations. Erling Haaland, for example, he does some combinations, and yeah, I guess we can debate about Erling Haaland maybe in another video, but I
Yeah.
think Aubameyang is going to provide us energy, goal, and versatility, and Barcelona needs this, and it fits nicely, and I think Aubameyang landed in Barcelona, and here or around the world or in the Barca fan base, we're still not realizing who Aubameyang is. I mean, Aubameyang has won the top scorer in the Premier League, in the Bundesliga ahead of Lewandowski. Watch out. He's 32 years old. He's not 38. He's not 35. He's coming. He's an experienced player, but he can still provide a lot. And I have a good friend from London, obviously an Arsenal fan, and he told me, look, highly motivated, this player can be explosive. And in Arsenal, this last season, he lost the motivation, and he had arguments with Arteta, reason why his performance were dropping. But highly motivated, I see this player as explosive. Therefore, I'm really looking forward to this. And in fact, tomorrow, I think that he will play some minutes.
Oh, yeah, I think he will too. So his contract is still until June 2025. So 3 years. And then on the halfway mark, we can terminate it. So it's not a bad deal.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
The problem is that in 3 years, he'll be 35, and maybe with 34, 35 years old, his performance starts dropping. By the way, we need to make space for Haaland if he can come. I really believe that Laporta is gonna
try his best.
He's gonna try his best and hit the table very hard. It's an expression in Spanish, dar un golpe sobre la mesa. And he's gonna bring Haaland to Barcelona. Obviously, Luke De Jong is gonna leave. I think Adama Traore, as I said, I think it's gonna be 6 months. He's gonna leave. Braithwaite. We need to position Braithwaite somewhere in the market.
Luke and Braithwaite, they both gotta go this.
They gotta go. Yeah, they gotta go. I mean, Aubameyang. You have Haaland as a starter and Aubameyang as a backup, man.
Yeah. But here's my question for you: if we don't get Haaland, do you think Morata will come?
No.
Really?
I mean, I think Morata. It was.
I don't know why,
but I think that having Aubameyang in the club, why Morata?
I think it depends on how he performs. I think we have to wait to see how he does. But if he is, okay, then I think Xavi will push for Morata if we don't get Haaland, and then have Morata as a starter, Aubameyang as the backup, or vice versa. Because I don't know why Xavi pushed for him so much during this window. Do you see Morata even fitting in Barcelona and performing well?
I think he fits, performing well. I don't know, but the style of play fits in Barcelona, especially Xavi. But Aubameyang fits as well, not as nicely, but he will adapt. He will adapt for sure because he's a smart guy as well.
Yeah,
I saw him talking, and I saw that Aubameyang is not some stupid guy. Yeah. For example, if you compare him with Dembele doesn't speak, and the day he speaks, he talks some crap, and then you're like, all right, this guy is a dumb guy. But Aubameyang, no. He seems like a smart guy, and I believe that he can adapt. He can understand Xavi's mentality, Xavi's positioning, Xavi's way of playing, and we can see great things for this club. Aubameyang is a top goal scorer, so welcome, Aubameyang.
Yeah. So those were the 4 signings. I think we can both agree that we agree with them. There's no problem with any of those signings. I think they're all going to come in and strengthen Barcelona. But of course, we had that Juan Laporta rule, 1 in, 1 out. So if you sign 4 players, that means 4 had to leave. And the first departure was Inaki Pena. It was not in order, but we'll just talk about it in the way I have it. So Inaki Pena, 6 months to Galatasaray. The manager of Galatasaray now used to be Pep's assistant at Man City. And he said in the press conference, I think a few days ago, saying that Inaki Pena will 100% be the backup goalkeeper for Marc-Andre ter Stegen next season. And he's the best young goalkeeper in the world. I want to sign him. I want to pay money. But Barcelona said no. Do you think Inaki Pena is good enough to be the backup for Marc next season?
I think we yet need to see his talent explode. He has good qualities. We have seen him in the B team, but we haven't really given him any opportunities in the first team to prove himself. And obviously, his confidence, he's lacking a bit of confidence. I think the move to Galatasaray is going to help him if he gets to play there. Obviously, I'm not sure which are the goalkeepers there in Galatasaray.
He will be the starter for now because their starting goalkeeper is injured. Muslera, the Uruguayan.
All right.
He's going to be out for a few months, so.
Then perfect move for Inaki Pena. Get experienced, and you know what? I'm a non-believer in ter Stegen anymore. I think ter Stegen has a knee problem, and he's been getting operations every year at the beginning of the summer, and I think
twice back to
twice now. I mean, yeah, it is the same knee. It's the same problem. I think that his knee isn't good. So he has discomfort that affects his mentality, that affects his performances, and we're giving him too many chances by now. We need a goalkeeper that can compete with Ter Stegen. I don't know that if in the short term that can be Inaki Pena. I have my doubts. Maybe another loan would be interesting. Although let's see how he develops there in Galatasaray for these 6 months. But I think it's critical that we have a good goalkeeper that can battle Andre Ter Stegen. Otherwise, his knee,
No pressure.
yeah, I mean, he has no pressure, and his knee is killing him. I believe that his knee is killing him, and that's why sometimes he gets frozen in the goal.
Yeah.
He's frozen, completely frozen.
Yeah. I think during the window we were only linked with Onana, but he went to Inter, and then we were also linked with Dimitrievski, the Rayo Vallecano goalkeeper, a very cheap €5 million release clause. So we'll see. But I think Inaki Pena going out alone will be good for his career. Go get some first team minutes in a different country too, and gain some experience. Now, next loan move. I think all the departures were loans pretty much. The next one is Alex Collado. He should have. I feel so bad for him. Didn't play for 6 months. Again, similar to Inaki Pena, do you think Coyado has a future at Barcelona? You think next summer he'll go on loan again, or maybe he'll get sold? Because if you look at the attack, we talked Aubameyang, Luke, Braithwaite. I'm not gonna list them all, but you know how many attackers we have. What do you think the future holds for Coyado at Barcelona?
I think it was an unfortunate moment. We know that Koeman didn't like him. At the end of the day, instead of Adama, you could have Alex Collado. It's as simple as that.
I think if Coyado played in the first 6 months, we wouldn't have signed Adama, but he couldn't get the
Yeah,
opportunity to play because he wasn't
yeah,
registered.
exactly. Yeah. So it was an unfortunate situation for him. Coming back to Barcelona for a lone player is always very tough. Always very very tough, especially for him that his position is covered. No, very well covered.
Very, very.
Very very well covered. Therefore, I think it's gonna be super difficult for him to come back. Super
I
super
think I think
difficult.
we're looking at another loan because Xavi said like he really likes the player. If he said he would have played him in the beginning when he was coaching against Espanyol and stuff, if he could play him, but we'll see with Collado. I think his future right now is far away from Barcelona. I think another loan next season is very likely, but the reason why Collado did not play last season was because this man Yusuf Demir took his spot. Coleman saw him one time and said, "Yep, he's better than Collado. Let me put him in." Turns out he's the same. I was a I'm not gonna say I didn't like the player, but from the beginning, I was not a fan of Demir. I didn't see what Coleman saw. He scored one open net goal in preseason, and we all thought he was the next big thing. And I was saying a lot in my match reviews. I don't think Demir is that great. He should not be playing for Barcelona right now. And a lot of people attacked me for it, but looks like I was right. What do you think about Demir's time at Barcelona? A lot of people say if he scored the goal against Benfica, he would still be here. Do you think that's true?
Who knows? Who knows? I cannot read the future, but
I don't think so. I don't
but
think so.
I think that with this kid Demir, Barcelona was looking to this was Bartomeu, I think, right? Bartomeu signing.
No,
Barcelona
no,
was
no,
looking,
no.
no,
Laporte signed him. Yeah, we
Demir.
signed him. Yeah, we signed him this summer for the B team.
All right, yeah, for the B team, right? For the B team, yeah, of course, for the
Coleman
B
just
team,
went
yeah,
crazy and promoted him in
yeah. For
1
the
week.
look, it makes no sense. You get this kid from Vienna with no experience in high football, high league football, and you replace him for the captain
Of
of
the
the
B
B
team.
team, which is Collado. It made no sense. It made no sense. And literally, you had a few training sessions to see Collado and to see Demir, and probably the reports from inside the club on Collado were much better than Demir's. But again, I think that Barcelona was looking for maybe some investment, and then it went bad. It went bad because the deal was wrong. The deal was wrong. Playing a lot of games in the first team, then we had to pay the transfer fee,
Yeah,
and Koeman squeezed it to a point that it didn't make any sense for us, especially leaving out Collado out, leaving
didn't make
leaving out
sense.
Collado.
Didn't make
So it
sense.
didn't make sense. Koeman sometimes, his mentality was difficult to understand, but I assume he had a point because he's a coach, football coach, and we're YouTubers giving
His
opinions.
first bad move, we'll just put it that way.
Yeah,
Yeah. So of course, this is just a loan cancellation. Didn't cost Barcelona anything. Now the last exit was probably the biggest one. So we didn't sell anyone; they're all loans. But this exit is so big, and you know who it is,
Yeah,
Felipe
yeah.
Coutinho. If Aston Villa buy him, man, this could be the biggest thing Mateo Alemán does. What an exit! Of course, he took a wage cut Coutinho to leave, so we'll give him credit. He's getting paid now only from Aston Villa loan to the end of the season with a buy option. And also, I don't know if you know this, Tottenham have a buy option too. I don't know why, but they have a buy option
It's
too.
very weird,
It's
actually.
very
But
weird.
Mateo Alemán, I don't know. There he pulled it off like
You want a buy option for Coutinho? Yeah, okay. So,
he pulled it off to a level that was insane. No, but I think it makes sense because that other clubs get interested in him
mhm.
because in Barcelona maybe the La Liga style of play doesn't fit
I
Coutinho.
think it's more so the system. Like we put him when he first came in under Ernesto Valverde, he's playing
Hmm.
left mid in the 4-4-2. He did well. I think his first few months were okay. And then when we started the new season, they put him left wing and they had the midfield, Vidal, Rakitic, Busi, and he couldn't do anything in the left wing. He got the Messi ribbon and he's still like the whole season, Alex, he played like 50 games and didn't even get 10 goals, 10 assists on the left wing.
Right, right. I mean, we killed him in terms of positioning and also mentally. The Camp Nou was whistling. I was there in Camp Nou, and it was sad because one of the biggest
The
investment
biggest.
in the club's history, and we were whistling like, man, how retarded some people were. Like you're drowning the player. Like the chances that he comes back after you whistle him one time after the other are diminishing every second, and then people criticizing.
But
It was
do you think Coutinho made it worse when he went like this to the Culés?
Yeah, but that was yes, but that was after maybe 6 months to 1 year of bullying, of being bullied.
Yeah.
And I understand the Barca fan base, especially at that moment that we were coming from such a good momentum, from such a good era. We were, and I think we still are a bit very demanding, right? Very very demanding. Now we humbled a bit. We humbled, I think, not a bit, actually a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially this season without Messi, without with the financial troubles. It was probably the worst way to lose Messi. It was losing Messi, but also not being able to replace him in any way because we weren't able to replace him, and actually losing other players as well. And it was the worst momentum. It was the worst case. Coutinho, it was there. He was collateral damage as well because high earner not performing. Obviously, you have Dembele there as well. But Coutinho, I believe that he can be sold to to Aston Villa because he's gonna fit nicely there in the Premier League.
Steven Gerrard, the manager, his
Steven
best
Gerrard. There are rumors of Luis Suarez joining
friends.
them. Maybe
That would be
not.
that would be pretty.
Yeah,
I don't think Suarez would go, but I think that would be funny to see.
maybe, who
You
knows?
never
But
know.
I think Coutinho can come back,
Yeah.
and if we get the 40 million from Coutinho, man, it's a
See,
party.
here's my prediction. I think we will sell Coutinho this summer, but I don't think Aston Villa will pay the 40. I think they'll say Barcelona, hey, can we go 20 plus 10 add-on, something like that? Because
Deal.
Coutinho, when in this summer, he'll be in the last year of his contract. So if you want to get some money for him, it has to be this summer. So we'll wait and see. But of course, in terms of the wage bill, this exit for Barcelona was absolutely huge. Now, there was two other big situations during the window, and one that did help our wage bill was Samuel Umtiti. We renewed his contract until 2026. His contract is longer than Aubameyang. Of course, now he's injured. We were hearing reports saying that he, of course, didn't earn more money. His money now will be expanded over the next few years. And also, I read the report, I think in Mundo Deportivo a few days ago, saying that a lot of his the weekly wages is all based on if he plays or not. If he plays, he gets more money. If not, he doesn't. Of course, now he's out for 3 months. He broke his toe after signing the contract. What do you think about it? Do you think he should have left? Do you think the renewal was the only way to the situation? What do you think?
The only problem with Umtiti was that he's been earning an incredible amount of money for too long. So, and doing nothing, being comfortable here in Barcelona, for him moving to a club where he's going to have to play every single game or he's going to,
Champions League club. I play every
yeah.
single game,
Yeah.
and
Oh, yeah, yeah, of
I
course, of
want. I
course.
don't want
Yeah.
to reduce my.
No, the problem was that he was getting 12 million, right?
Yeah.
They were offers. The offers probably they were offering him 3, 4 million. So it's not attractive at all for him. and he's here in Barcelona. Barcelona's a nice city, doesn't do anything. He has his Lenglet, he has Dembele, he's joking around, he's doing his photo shoots and stuff. But there was a pressure. Mateu Alemany, Reverter, Rafael Juste, Laporta, they pressured the player. And
remember, he cried last summer too.
Yeah, he cried. And there, I think that was the momentum where Laporta probably told him, look, we're gonna have to find a solution for you. If you don't play for the next 6 months or the next season, we're gonna have to do something with you.
You know how much he's played for this season? You know how many games?
0, right? 0, none.
One game. Osasuna 2-2 away. That's the only game he played, and Xavi put him in from out of nowhere. So from the moment he cried until right now, he played one
game. Yeah, one game. Okay, so at the end, look, with Umtiti, I think it's a good thing that what he did.
It's better than nothing, yeah.
It's better than nothing, but it still shows that these people, man, these French players, like, what are they doing, man? Except Lenglet, because Lenglet is not the highest earner and not even close. He earns around 4 million, something like that, or 6 million. Yeah. And he has never said anything. And in fact, he was earning pretty much nothing for a good amount of time while he was in Barcelona. But Dembele, Umtiti, man, these people, they're greedy. And not only that, is that Bartomeu was feeding them money, like with a spoon, like a tablespoon, like, oh, here you go, man, here, like 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, open your mouth, 2 million, like, it was disgusting. And now they see Laporta is completely a different man. He's like, look, listen, you don't play, you don't get money, so we need to find a contract, otherwise you're out of the club and I'm gonna ruin your career if you have any other career left, because apparently there's nothing left for this man. In this contract, he's going to be earning a bit more, okay?
Really?
Wait, let me explain. So what I thought and what was out on the media was that, okay, he's going to be earning exactly the same amount that he was earning for the next 1 year and a half, but spread out until 2026, right? Yeah. But then I made the calculations, and there are 4 million euros that he's going to be earning additionally. But obviously spread out, like
maybe those 4 million are more so if you play, you get more money.
Most probably. But it's still a good deal for Barcelona, because he's gonna earn less money. It's difficult to explain. But anyways, good point is that we are lowering the wage bill, and there's a bigger margin for us to sign players. That was the whole deal. And he lowered his wages for 10%, which is more attractive for other teams to get him. Still, 10% is pretty much nothing, but something is something.
But speaking about other teams, do you think in the summer he will leave or stay? Loan, sell? What do you think?
Man,
quick answer. Quick guess.
My heart is telling me that he will leave. My mind is telling me that this man is gonna stay like a cockroach, bro. Like a cockroach, like a leech, bro. Like a leech. He's gonna stay.
From one leash to another, we're gonna talk now about this guy. We already know the answer for all his, situation. I just want to ask you one question: would you play him or no? Simple.
No, I wouldn't play him. Yesterday, actually on my channel I have a match review. Javi Miguel, which is this reporter from Diario AS, he said that he's going to start. Javi Miguel apparently linked to Xavi's environment, all of this, which I think it gets to a point where Javi Miguel is filtering information which doesn't help the club. While you're filtering this information, why filter that we're going to play Dembele, Aubameyang in the second half, Adama and Ferran? Why filter that?
I think it's obvious that Aubameyang is going to come on, but like he always leaks the lineup, always.
Yeah, so this man, Javi Miguel, said that Dembele was not only going to be on the squad list, which he already got it, but he's going to be a starter. You know what? I don't think that Dembele deserves to play, because they played around with Barcelona. You cannot say...
I'm going to sign. Oh, okay, we actually want more money.
Yeah, I mean, the way they did it was wrong. I understand that there are other players, and I think this situation happens every year in the world of football, where players don't want to renew, and well, maybe they find an agreement or not. But what Dembele did was confusing, always refusing renewals, and then saying, no, I want to stay, but then secretly making agreements with other clubs, because most probably he has an agreement with another club, secretly doing that while saying, no, I want to stay. What do you mean you want to stay? You know the club is broke. You've seen what the other teammates have been doing with their salaries.
No,
What
what
do you
happened?
want?
Wasn't it? It was. He told Barcelona he wanted to stay. They talked. They came close to an agreement. Remember, he put the thing on his story, the Barcelona flag. He went to go sign the contract. Oh, my agent needs 40 million. My brother needs 10. I need 10. I want 700,000 a week. Who does that? Who does that? And then to not leave in January too, I think is this man is. We spent so much freaking money on this guy,
Exactly.
and he
It's
won't show
exactly what you
any
say.
sign of respect. If you say, "Look, I don't want to stay," okay, then leave, stay home, no problem. Don't say, "Oh, I want to." I tell Xavi I want to stay. Oh, Musa, PSG coming. Oh, Xavi, I want to stay.
Yeah.
Like
No.
I saw
Yeah.
Sport today. They wrote an article saying, "Oh, Dembele was really happy in training and smiling." Who cares? This man spat on the
No,
face of the club.
he's thinking about the 20 million they're gonna give him
Yeah.
for this transfer fee that he's gonna be getting for him, players compensation or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Ousmane Dembele is a dumb guy. Let's be honest. It's a dumb guy that never speaks. Probably never speaks for a
I
reason.
don't think he speaks
Because
Spanish.
this
He does
man,
not speak
he
Spanish.
can't speak. This
There's
man
no
can't
way.
speak. This man doesn't take good decisions in his life. His agent. I don't know his agent personally. I've never seen him really speak, but he
Yeah.
seems like another retarded person, which has put Dembele's reputation, at least in Barcelona, to the ground. I don't know if the money is more important, but I think reputation is also important, because this man is already a millionaire by far, right? We probably paid him about 40, 50 million euros, plus the money he's getting from Nike or Adidas or whatever company sponsors this
Plus
guy.
our transfer fee too.
Plus our time, yeah, you know what? Like he's loaded. Why do you want 10 or a few more millions?
For me, it's not
You
about
know,
wanting
like
the money, right? It's about telling Barcelona I want to sign. Okay, we talked for a few months.
exactly. No, no,
I
it's
posted
exactly
on my
that.
story. I'm coming. Come to walk to sign the contract. Okay, everything ready? Oh, I need 20 million here, 20 million there. I think
Yeah,
because you
yeah.
can see, I understand Xavi's point too. Oh, we're gonna pay him. Let's play him. He'll help us. If he plays tomorrow, Alex, they're gonna kill him. The cool is,
No, tomorrow I'm going to Camp Nou, and I don't know how to whistle, but man,
but try,
I
try.
will whistle the man. I will whistle the man.
He's not going to survive. Some people are saying that the fans in the stadium will probably boo him for 1 month and then move on, which I think is true. But it's a matter of principle. I get Xavi thinks this guy is messy, man. Dembele has good speed. He doesn't use it half the time. Dribbling, sometimes magic, sometimes crap. His shooting is worse than Adama, and his
Yeah,
passing is worse than Andre Gomez. And
yeah,
then
literally.
that's the problem I have. Xavi thinks this guy is messy. If he's Lewandowski, Ronaldo's level, okay, I understand. But you're begging to play some crappy player who does nothing for the club and spat in the club's face and the board's face, and yet you're here convincing Laporta and Aneman to play him. I don't like it. And you already froze him out, then you bring him back in. What's the
I mean,
point
it was all a tactic in order to get him to renew,
to
right?
leave?
And now that there's no other option, I think the smart thing is to get him into the squad. The smart thing, because now that he insulted to the club and everything, um, you know, we could still get out of the Europa League, for example, for not having Dembele on the field. But obviously, you have reinforcements now, and you have Abde. I think, in my opinion, and I said it yesterday on my match preview, I play Abde, the same characteristics of a player, and this guy is not spitting at the clubs, at the club's face. So, to me, Abde, Ferran, Adama Traore, and then Aubameyang in the second half, and even you can play Gavi there on the wing.
You think there's
Gavi
still
is a
a chance
false
he can
winger.
renew his contract? You think it's 100% done?
If he hasn't done it by now, then
He
he's
won't
not
do it.
gonna take Barcelona's proposal. He's gonna leave for
Laporta
sure.
said during the forensic investigation, we took away our contract December 20th. So for the whole month,
Yeah, no, but it was all tactics, bro.
I know.
Here, yeah, it was all tactics. I believe that if Usman comes knocking the door and saying, "Look, listen, I will sign that contract," they will
They'll
offer
give it to
him.
him. Yep.
Yeah,
I
but
think so too.
but at this point, I don't think he's gonna do that
Yeah.
because after
He's
all
too
of this
cute.
soap opera, I mean, why would he do that now? It would certainly certify that this man is a retard, But whatever.
Anyway, so that's the whole entire window, all the big stuff. So overall, are you happy with the window or no?
Yeah, I'm happy, man.
You
Absolutely.
happy?
With man, 6 months ago, if you would have told me we have these players in my club,
I'd be
I,
shocked.
w- I,
Like,
would- I would be I
how?
would be on denial, man. I would say, dude, you buy a lottery ticket, bro. If that becomes true, start buying lottery tickets.
Yeah.
Nah, incredible transfer window, and I'm looking forward for the next one. Although lack of reinforcements in defense, the defense is broken.
I
Uh,
think what's gonna happen. I saw Samuel Marsden, the guy from ESPN. He was talking. He said, "I think the club will go all in for Erling Haaland, and if they don't get him, they're gonna use the money they have for Haaland in the defense." I think that's right. I
So
think we should
I
do.
think, yeah, right. I think it's a good thing,
Yeah.
but I would get Erling Haaland and reinforce the defense with free agents, free
Well, the
transfer,
plan is always
free
free agent,
agent.
right? But let's say what I saw. I think I forget
Ta-
who's from, but
Tagliafico wants to come. Sorry for the interruption, man. Tagliafico
yeah,
wants. He said it. He said it that Ajax was.
didn't want to let
That
him go. Yeah.
yeah, they actually didn't help him, but his contract will eventually run out and he will come to Barcelona, or next transfer window is going to be much easier. Tagliafico, good addition, and in terms of the left wing, we will see.
Yeah. So this is what the squad is looking like now with all the players in. Um, do you think it's strong enough to reach our objectives,
The objectives are winning the Europa League and qualifying for the
or
Champions League,
qualify for
right?
the Champions League? Yeah.
To me, the objective is winning the Europa League and qualifying for the
Both.
Euro. For
I
the
think
yeah,
if we just get
I
into the
mean, it's
Champions
the
League,
same. It's the
no
same
matter what.
objective because if you win the Europa League, you qualify, right?
Yeah.
To me, it's winning. No, but if you don't win the Europa League, then you would need to qualify. I
Mhm.
think I think that we're going to qualify. The problem tomorrow, important game tomorrow, very important game because you are playing against Atletico Madrid, 1 point away, and we would overtake
We'd
Atletico
overtake
Madrid.
them, and remember, Real Betis, they have one more game than us. If we overtake them, we'd be
Right,
1 point, and they
right.
play Villarreal this
Right.
weekend.
So it's critical also if we don't win. Careful with Betis. They're doing an incredible season. They're 5 points away now.
We still have to
With
go to the Benedito Villamarin too, man.
yeah. So at the end of the day, I'm telling you, tomorrow is probably one of the most important games in the season. Probably one of the most important because we are playing a direct rival for the Champions League positions, Atletico Madrid, and we need to secure that position, that Champions League position. Betis is going to fly away, and then you have Valencia, you have Villarreal, you have Atletico Madrid, Barcelona, all fighting for that fourth position, and which is gonna be a suicide.
Of course, we don't get Champions League, the Norwegian man's not going to come. So that's
Not gonna
why
come.
getting Champions League for the summer too is so important. Not just the money. And I think we will get it. I think we'll get in the top four. I don't think we'll win the Europa League. Remember, I said to you in the summer we're going to not win a trophy this season. I still think that's true. I think what will happen is once we get into more of the season, I think Real Betis will drop out. I think Barcelona and Atletico will get it, but it's going to be tough. We have to be on our game. All you have now is La Liga. There's no excuses. You don't have Copa del Rey, no Spanish Super Cup. All the focus is going to be on La Liga and a little bit Europa League here and there. I think if we beat Napoli, then maybe Xavi will focus on it more. If we don't beat Napoli, then it's all 100% focused on La Liga. So we'll see how it goes. And by the way, we're talking about Coyado. Look at this. Memphis, Ansu Abdi, Aubameyang, Lud, Braithwaite. Farhan, they have 10 forwards. There's no...
No, but yeah, take into account that Dembele is gonna be leaving. Adama probably gonna be leaving as well.
Luke Braithwaite will leave.
Luke, leaving for sure,
Braithwaite.
and Braithwaite, who knows? So that's three players already for sure, and then Braithwaite, which could be this other option. Maybe there's a chance for Collado. Now that I think about it better.
I think the midfield we have to look at it too, because I think we need someone who can play the Busi De Jong role because we're light there. like maybe from Kessie. So I think that will be like a free agent. Whoever we can get in the midfield can come there. Then defense too, you look, maybe Umtiti will leave. Hopefully Langlet will leave. Then maybe PK will retire. Then we have to bring in someone. Maybe Inaki Pena next year, not Neto. So left back too. A lot of things to improve the squad. But the most important thing now is we have the right squad to get into the Champions League. This squad, 100% can do it, and we'll have to wait and see if they do it or not. Now, the last topic I want to talk about before we end the live is about the investigation of Barto. Now, I watched your live stream. I wish it wasn't cut off because you did such a good job.
Yeah, you know what? One of the videos that it took me longer to prepare. I had like 4 pages in front of me while I was recording it. Something happened. I don't know. While I was trimming the video with the editor, I don't know. Some accident happened. It got trimmed. Anyways, I did write in the description like
I saw it. Yeah, I saw it.
the little brief. I think that Joan Laporta, first of all, this analysis hasn't been executed by Laporta's board. It was done by an external company auditor.
Tanya, the guy right there in the mask. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's the lawyer for Barcelona, but basically the analysis was done by an external auditor. So it's something that is true. I mean, these are criminal acts that now are filed with the legal prosecutors, and we are waiting for the results. I think that this is going to take at least 6 months to decide, because the law takes time. And Bartomeu has defended himself, saying that he's not worried at all, and that he said no, after the presentation of Joan Laporta, I'm even more relaxed. Like, dude, I would be shitting my pants.
He called the office and asked for all the papers. He called the prosecution office and he said, can I see the papers quickly? Just want to.
No, he wants to prepare the case. He wants to prepare the legal case. Obviously, he wants to prepare the court case. And look, there were things that were done horribly there, and some really sketchy things. By the way, in this forensic, there wasn't the Barca gate included. The Barca gate, which was the scandal with the i3 Ventures, where they were releasing social media posts about the players, and defending the board, but attacking the players. Like, make no sense. But all of this also in this forensic, that this was actually included, is the fact that Bartomeu was paying reporters about 60,000
You see
euros.
the reporter he paid ask a question to Laporta.
Yeah, and he asked something like what? Like Marcel Llorente, this guy is a titella, which is like a puppet.
I laughed.
And this man is exposed, like hardly exposed. And the thing that bothers me the most is that this man has the courage. Marcel Llorente has the courage to come out and actually be on TV defending himself without anybody that can respond to him in that moment. Just imagine you get the mic and you defend yourself and then you leave, but there is no debate. Like, dude, get onto a debate. You're getting crushed, my friend. You're getting crushed. And actually on Twitter, this man is heating up as well, and he's being exposed. Everybody knows that this guy is dirty-minded, and Bartomeu was paying him 60,000 euros a year for protecting him.
Very good about him,
yeah.
What do you know about the money with Atletico Madrid, that 15 million euros? Because how I understand it is that Bartomeu talked to Griezmann behind the president of Atletico Madrid's back. You activated the release clause, didn't tell Atletico, so the Atletico president was going to take him to court. But Bartomeu said, look, here, I'll give you 15 million euros. You can keep it, but I'll put on paper it's for first refusal for Jimenez, Koke, and Saul.
Jimenez, Saul. I mean, and basically was
I saw I think Diari AS, they said yesterday that, the 15 million euros was actually a down payment for Jimenez in the future. So because we wanted to get the lit, but Laporta said, it's too expensive.
It was all crap. And basically,
I quote tweeted it on Twitter too. I said, this is not true.
No, there was an agreement there, and they paid extra 15 million euros. Imagine we get 15 million euros now. It will help us a lot. Bartomeu, literally, this man was playing with the club's money, and the club is not his club. He is a part of the club because he's a club member. Obviously, as a president, you need to be 10 years as a member. It's like I don't have 10-year membership yet, but to be a board member, you need 5 years. To be the president, you need 10. Okay. The money of the club belongs to all the socios. Okay. This man was just throwing money around, like, look, I've made some illegalities.
We talked about Dembele.
Like,
Remember how Dembele wanted more money? He paid Griezmann's release clause. He gave Griezmann money. He gave his father money. He gave a family lawyer money, and he gave his sister money just to bring in Griezmann. If you activate the release clause, the player comes. So why is there extra money? And then for Malcolm too, he gave 40% commission, not 5% commission.
It was the Malcolm deal is insane. Like 33% commission he gave actually. Is something for Malcolm. You tell me no, Haaland, okay, Haaland. I sell half of Camp Nou to bring Haaland, but Malcolm, 30% commission, my friend. What are you doing? And Bartomeu has done some crazy stuff, and there's also some other important cases. He brought the socios while the stadium was falling apart, and there were some security issues there. I was there.
The guy beside Laporta there, he said that if the stadium opened earlier, they couldn't do it.
Yeah. And also bad management, and obviously this is not included in the forensic. But for example, if we had managed the money properly and invested into the new stadium before, we could have profited from the COVID lockdown in order to build the stadium like Madrid did, which was the smartest fucking move from Florentino Perez. Smartest move. This guy built the stadium while there was nobody in it. Smartest move. And now half of the stadium is built. We still have the stadium, the oldest stadium in Europe in the last 25 years. We have the oldest stadium. You could say, oh, it's amazing. It is amazing. And tomorrow I'm going there and it's one of the best stadiums. But imagine if it was renewed. Like it would be the Mecca,
Yeah.
But Bartomeu, it's thank God is now gone. And Laporta, we have now 4 more years of Laporta. And I would renew Laporta 5 more years because Laporta is a strong guy.
If Laporta wants to continue, I would do it. But what do you think will happen with Bartomeu? What do you think the outcome will be? He'll just pay Barcelona money, or do you think he could go behind bars?
It's difficult.
Because Laporta said during the presentation, look, I don't care if he goes in jail or not. I just want the money back. That's all Laporta said.
It's difficult. It's difficult. Obviously, Laporta wouldn't want Bartomeu in jail. He would prefer to for him to pay to get the money and pay for the consequences. Basically, if that means going to jail, then go to jail. But if Bartomeu goes to jail, Barcelona doesn't profit from that. Doesn't get any benefit from that.
We're still where we are right now.
We're still where we are right now. We can celebrate. Woo, he's in jail, but it would only be a mental thing.
Mental game, yeah.
Yeah, a mental win. Like we want physical wins.
Yeah.
But also take into account that I don't think Bartomeu has any money to pay for what.
Yeah, it's probably like €5 in his account right now. Probably has nothing.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know.
So,
he's been going to Ibiza in summer and seeing going around.
See the videos of him dancing in the house.
Yeah, no, with the TikTok, right? Yeah, this man is being chased by the cops, and he's doing fucking TikToks like this, like what a retard. Incredible.
Let's hope justice will be served. Let's hope Laporta wins the investigation, get something from Bartomeu to pay for what he did to our club. And that's it. We're going to end it here. We went on. We covered everything in the past month. I think we did a great job. And hopefully you guys learned some stuff. Hopefully you can put your comments in. We can agree or disagree. But again, Alex, thank you for coming and helping me do this, because by myself, this would have been so boring. Appreciate you coming on.
My pleasure, man. My pleasure. Thank you a lot for the invite. Congrats for 20K, man. You're probably gonna get there now. And
thank you.
Yeah, it's a great community we are building here in Barça Boy and Blaugrana Planet. I think we're both doing an incredible job. And best of success for your channel. You're doing incredibly well. And I guess you're putting a lot of work and it's nice to get the credits for it, which is completely deserved in this case. thank you everyone for watching. Make sure to smash the likes, obviously, and again, thank you.
Go look at Alex's video. Go on Belgrade Pundits in the title. Go watch the forensic video. Even though it got cut short, he still goes in depth about the stadium being taken down and all the actual cases. So I'd recommend that video a lot. But I guess we'll end it here. Thank you guys for watching. Of course, drop a like, subscribe down below, leave your thoughts down below if you watch this video after the live stream. And I'll see you guys next time. Of course, more big game. Quick prediction. What do you think?
2-1 for Barcelona. Aubameyang is scoring the win.
I said draw. I think it'll be 1-1, 0-0, something like that. So we'll see. Hopefully I'm wrong. But we'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll both have match reviews tomorrow after the game. Of course, Alex will go. We'll get the vlog. So we'll see you guys tomorrow for more content. And of course, Visca Barça and Visca Catalunya.